Welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful week. Is managing, staying healthy, is being productive. We've lain in this week's parsha, double parsha, Behar Bechukotai, and if you go through these parshas, you see a lot of discussion of what I will call economic activity. And the approach to economic activity, we've opened up our parsha with the laws of Shemitah, that every 7th year we have to let our agriculture lie fallow, the land lie fallow. We have the laws of Yovel, which are very, very striking. We learned Maseches Erchin, some of us in Yeshivat this year. The laws of Yovel are discussed over there, and the idea of when I sell ancestral property, when I sell land in Eretz Yisrael, it's not a permanent sale, it's a temporary sale. It's only for maximum of 50 years, and then it reverts back to its original owner. Avadim, the laws of Avadim, they too revert back to freedom at the end of the Yovel year. And then, of course, we go into our Parshas Bechukotai, the Tochacha, great details in Bechukotai Telechu, following the mitzvahs. If we don't follow mitzvahs, the consequences. And, of course, Erchin, the idea that a person can go ahead and donate of his value, objective values, to the Beis HaMikdash. And I think when you look at Behar Bechukotai, there is a core theme, I think, that permeates these parshios. No coincidence that it's the end of Sefer Vayikra. And Sefer Vayikra in its totality addresses the first half of Sefer Vayikra, Torah's Kohanim, is the Karbanos, the Mishkan, and what the Avodah in the Beis HaMikdash of the Kohanim. And the second half is the unique Kedusha of Klal Yisrael, many mitzvos, beginning with, we have Parshas Achremos, Kedoshim, Emor, detailed of Mamleches Kohanim, the Goy Kadosh, that the Jewish people are also a Mamleches Kohanim, and we also have to be elevated, not just like the Kohanim themselves, but also every Jew is, as we learned in yesterday's Daf Yomi, is a Ben Melech, and also has to be elevated in a certain way. But I think the overall theme, maybe of all of this Sefer, but certainly captured in two psukim in our Parsha, is as follows. Perek Chav Hey Pasuk Chav Gimel teaches us, the Torah tells us by Yovel, that V'ha'aretz lo timachel tzmitut, that the land of Israel, the land, when you sell it, it's not going to be sold in perpetuity. It's temporary. Ki li ha'aretz, because the land belongs to me, Hashem says. Ki gerim v'toshavim atem imadi. You are gerim. You're toshavim. You have a certain, you dwell, but you dwell as strangers. It is not 100% yours. It is temporarily yours, but it's not really yours. And this is echoed in Perek Chav Hey Pasuk Nun Hey, when it comes to the mitzvah of Shiluach Avodim, sending out your slaves. Once again, Ki li b'nei Yisrael avodim. B'nei Yisrael, Jewish people, are avodim to me. Avodai hein. They are avodim to me, not avodim to other human beings, and therefore you have to release them. I think these parshios, which again are tucked away at the end of Sefer Vayikra and seemingly very technical, are telling us a fundamental message. There's an Yisur Ribis that's in this week's parsha. Avodim tochacha. At the end of the day, Hashem is telling us a clear message that while He gives us lodging in this world, but fundamentally, ki li kol haaretz, the world belongs to me. The world is mine. You are my guests here. And our stay here as His guests is temporary. When we buy a house, we feel so comfortable in that house. It has value to us. It has sentimental value to us. But at the end of the day, it's temporary. And that's what the message of Yovel teaches us. That's what the message of Shemitah teaches us. That's what the message of Shiluach Avodim teaches us. The Yisur Ribis teaches us that. The idea that I can donate, and perhaps ought to donate, my value to the Beis HaMikdash, Erchin, teaches us that basically none of this is really ours. We are here temporarily. And perhaps today, when we don't have full sovereignty in Eretz Yisrael in the classic sense of a Sanhedrin, of a Melech, etc., we don't have a Beis HaMikdash, that's for sure. So we need modern day reminders that we are guests, that this is not really ours, that we are here temporarily. And what a message is being told us over the past 2-3 months is that we're guests. We're guests. This is not fully ours. We might feel at home. We might feel this is our earth. But at the end of the day, We are His visitors. And sometimes it's more comfortable, sometimes it's more homey, sometimes it's more challenging. But perhaps the message of Yovel, the message of Shiluach Avodim, the message of Shemitah, of the Isser of Ribbis, of the mitzvah of Erchin, of dedicating ourselves to the Beis HaMikdash, to Hashem, is really a message that we are living in the most overt way right now. And let's hear those messages. Let's listen to those messages. And Be'ez Hashem, in the same sense that there will be a geula from this COVID crisis that we find ourselves in, from the Corona crisis, Be'ez Hashem, by learning the lessons that we're supposed to be taking away, Mitzvah Hashem will see a real and ultimate geula as Mashiach Tzidkenu arrives.